Black People Church today to listen to the organ. I was just sitting there thinking real quick. This is only going to be like a 2 or 3 minute video. But I was just looking at the news this morning, and it's apparently Iran hit the Diego Garcia base that's outside of the range of its rockets. And you know, we still haven't heard anything from the people that killed all those 168 schoolgirls. And you know, Dave, why are you going to Black People Church this morning to listen to organ? I'm going to tell you why. Anybody with a conscience, you, me, anybody that has a conscience, I'm pretty sure takes the time to measure the consequences of their actions, the rightfulness, the truthfulness, the correctfulness of their actions, whether or not you should have maybe chosen a different course, repented, and did your best, even though we're still in the flesh and we're bound to sin no matter what we do, that you still at least make an attempt to not do the wrong thing again, and that you live with the weight of your choices and what you have done throughout your life, even if you've chosen not to do the wrong thing again. And I'm just sitting there thinking of Israel. If Israel was a woman, if Israel was some tall, husky, brunette lady with blue eyes or whatever your flavor is, if she lied to you, stole from you, attacked you, spied on you, killed children, and did everything it could to provoke a war that is within what it views to be the self-fulfillment of its own prophecy. I don't know what that was. Forgive that. Everything to fulfill its own prophecy, up to including killing children. And you know, there's no recompense for that, man. It's just all the way bad. And so even saying that now that we're on the precipice of a world war, that any of the leaders, somebody asked me, you know, how do you know Kamala Harris would have been different? Kamala Harris, the result would have been the same. The theatrics would have been different because they're all bought and paid for by AIPAC. You know, I'm not as educated as some of you people are. I speak a few languages, but other of you guys out there have gone further in your traditional studies than I have. But I don't need a PhD to tell you that killing children is wrong. I don't need a PhD to tell you that I don't want my wife lying to me, cheating on me, being aggressive and attacking. And when I look at the way of all the things that are going on in the world, the lies that our own government tells us, we're not going to war, we're going to live in peace, etc. And then you're showing us a bunch of school children being buried. There's so many graves, so many plots that they have to dig them with heavy machinery, multiple sets of heavy or teams of heavy machinery excavating graves to bury little kids from a country that, even though they don't like us, why don't they like us? Because we instituted a puppet government back in 1953. They overthrow it. They're not happy. I wouldn't be happy with someone that did me wrong, would you? You got to be a human being, man. And I've told you guys openly, I don't even like what the Quran says. I've read it twice. I've got one of them in my house right now, just so I can reference it in case I hear something that doesn't agree with me. That doesn't mean you go blow up their kids. And if the intent is to keep you safe, I'm pretty sure that killing their children is 15 steps removed from keeping anyone safe, because nobody's going to ever let that one go. I wouldn't, would you? I know the consequences of what I'm saying when we're on the precipice of a war, because I'm sitting here apparently promoting for our enemy, our common enemy, Iran. Even though no Iranian's ever done anything to me, and I don't necessarily like the guys, but I don't condone killing their children, provoking anger. You know, I went to a party in Utah one time, man, when I was still drinking. I walked in and I bombed on this dude, man. Bombed on him. Dropped him. Before I left that party, man, him and all of his buddies beat the dog snot out of me, and I deserved it because I had provoked that, right? You will reap 20 times what you sow, or whatever it is. You don't do shit like that, man. And if you are making a mistake and killing 168 little school children, can't even be referenced as a mistake. I mean, that is blatantly, abjectly evil. So, you know, I'm going to go to church today. I'm going to reread the Bible about what it says our relationship with Israel should be, who Israel even is. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to run a couple miles to make sure I'm in good shape. And I suggest you guys do too, because who knows what's coming down the pipe when you got a bunch of liars at the mast. And again, I voted for Trump. But when you're walking in the wrong direction, it's never a wrong time to turn around and go the right way, man. Ever. Love you guys. And I do love you guys. You know, that's something else. You're a human fucking being, man. I love you because I love myself, and you should too. So, that's enough out of me, man. You guys have a good day.